So what's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
Heather, do you remember Bob Ross?
The guy with the happy little trees?
Yeah,
He was the best.
he was with the afro.
Yeah, he was amazing.
If I could have that, if I could have any hair, I mean, let's be honest.
I started saying, dream big, B. Dream big.
I've finally just gone to the slick Rick. I mean, I really have.
It
I
works.
Finally...
It works.
Does it?
Yeah.
No,
It does.
it doesn't.
It totally does.
So, like, I have a picture of, like, Harrison Ford hair on me, and I was good looking for once. Anyways, so, you know what made Bob Ross special?
What?
Beside the afro?
What?
He took random blobs of paint and blended them into something magical.
That's true. He did. That was one of my favorite Home from School 6 shows to watch. That and Price is Right.
Yeah, Price is Right.
And Price is Right.
Now that brings us to today's topic. Barrell Bourbon. They're the Bob Ross of whiskey. They take barrels from across the country. Now, I don't think they put them on sleds. I think they just ship them.
They just ship them.
But they blend them together, and somehow they make these happy little accidents turn into award-winning bourbon.
Except, unlike Bob Ross, actually, I don't think there was any accidents with Bob Ross. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also nothing accidental about what Barrell Bourbon is doing. Joe Beatrice, the founder of Barrell Craft Spirits, he started in tech and marketing, and then he dove into whiskey, which honestly, I don't blame him. Sounds more fun. He didn't want to be a distiller, though. He purposely wanted to be the best blender out there. Since 2013, Barrell's been sourcing barrels from Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana, and then blending them to something greater than the sum of their parts.
Exactly. This reminds me of jazz.
I knew you were going to go there.
Okay, well, it's improv, it's experimental, and it's bold. Has no chill filtration, always cast strength, which I'm a fan of, and every batch is a one-time deal. Now, today we're diving into two standout barrel releases, New Year's 2020 and Seagrass 16-year, bottle number 6429.
Welcome to Tortured Bourbon. First of all, thank you to all of our subscribers. We could not do this without you. We have actually grown pretty rapidly over the past couple, really since the new year.
Oh, yeah.
We have so many people to thank for that. You know who you are. And a lot of it, though, is y'all hitting the like and subscribe button. If you're new, this show's about our bad choices and our unpretentious take on bourbon.
If it was just about our bad choices, we would run out of time.
We would run. We still run out of time a lot. So if you're already here and you're new, please go ahead and click that like and subscribe button.
Also, if you'd like to add to Heather's millennial happiness, why don't you follow us and interact with us on social media?
It is kind of fun.
I mean, what else is there to do in this world? She loves to hear from you and tells me all about it.
I do.
It doesn't matter if I'm going to work, coming home from work, I'm at work, I'm trying to watch a good show, maybe working on a script, tasting bourbon. You know what I hear about? You talking to her on socials. So truly, she wants to hear from you. And we really do want your ideas for shows.
Yeah.
So give us a follow and talk to us, because we will answer.
Absolutely. And B, that was kind of nice, actually, towards me. Like a little bit.
You know why?
It's throwing me off.
Because I've been to my hoppy place.
Oh, Lord. What is your hoppy place?
Hoppy endings.
Oh, my God. Anyway, this episode is our Hoppy Wednesday episode, where we bring you bourbons from Damien and Lydia's private collection. They are the owners and proprietors of Hoppy Endings, the Southeast's largest bourbon bar, and one of our favorite local places to hang out.
To say they have a large and diverse selection of bourbon, whiskey, and tequila might be an understatement.
Yeah, that's underselling it.
It's kind of like saying that I might be kind of bald. They also have the area's largest selection of unique 4-pack beers. I'm not kidding. It is remarkable.
And y'all, it is, in my experience, it's always cheaper too than pretty much anywhere else you're going to find a 4-pack.
I don't know how he does that.
It really is, though.
He also sells kegs in the back.
I didn't know that.
He's got
There you go.
got the pony kegs of some of the not pony kegs, but the smaller kegs of the local brewers. Yeah, he's got some.
Yeah, pretty much. And honestly, if he doesn't have it, he will work his tail off to find it for you.
So go in and see them. We love them. Mm-hmm. They have been a part of our family from the get. We cannot thank them enough. And when you go in there, say, hey, we're from the Tortured Bourbon family. And hopefully they'll know what that means. And if not, it's okay. But anyways, we're going to get to the bourbon.
Let's do that. So, again, Barrell Craft Spirits is based in Louisville, Kentucky.
Big surprise there.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Again, like we said earlier, they don't distill anything.
So we have that in common. We don't distill anything.
We
If
don't.
they don't distill anything, hey.
We're the same.
We're the same.
We're essentially the same. I like that. But they source high quality barrels from major distilleries and then they age them in different conditions and they blend them for unique profiles. So they're kind of experimenting with everything that comes after the distillation process.
Gotcha.
So their approach is more like an independent bottler, but they're blending with a purpose, a little bit like a mad scientist, which seems kind of fun.
Yeah, it does.
But a mad scientist who's really into bourbon.
Fair enough. And it works. They've racked up awards from the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. I believe that's the one that Fred Minnick works in. And the Whiskey Advocate, which is one of the amazing journals in bourbon. The New Year's series, which is over here, is one of their annual highlights. Each year they craft a one-time blend to kick off the new year with something special.
I think that's a pretty cool tradition.
It is. And so I've seen Barrell Bourbon in the store. It usually has a unique price tag. And I'm always a little hesitant. So thank you to Damien and Lydia for giving us this chance. Because when I started my bourbon journey, all I knew was there was distillers and non-producers. And I gravitated towards the distillers. And I've started to appreciate that there's an art to the aging
And the
and the
blending.
mixing and the blending. So I'm coming around on that a little bit. In fact, I'm coming around on that a lot. So I really appreciate the fact that they're giving us this opportunity with these two very unique bottles.
Well, and I appreciate that Barrell is very transparent about it.
Yeah, I mean, they just put it out
They
there.
own it. They say, hey, we're not here to be distillers.
And I think that's part of what I'm going to appreciate about trying this line is that they didn't invent a history or a lore or story.
Yeah,
That's
true.
This is our business, and we're going to be the best at it. And I can buy into that. I can give that a shot. That's worth the risk on the shelf.
Right. You can. Hey, they're owning it, so give
Hey.
it a try.
Yeah.
So again, this bottle is a blend of bourbon from Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana. It has a mix of different mash bills and ages, but it is bottled at cask strength, 109.4 proof.
Now, based on the reviews, here's what we should expect. On the nose, we should get caramel, nutmeg, orange zest, and a little bit of toasted marshmallow. So basically, this is heaven in a glass.
I definitely get a little orange zest. It's got that brightness.
I mean, the caramel's there. It's caramel
It's there.
heavy. I would like to get a little more of the toasted marshmallow.
I started to say, I'm not really getting a toasted smell here. Yeah,
So,
jury's
all
still
right.
out on that one.
Yep.
For the palate, we're supposed to get vanilla, cinnamon, a little bit of honey, and then some dark chocolate and oak.
Now, the finish should be long, warm, with just a hint of black pepper, like a cozy campfire on New Year's Eve. Know if that campfire smelled like bourbon and bad decisions.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty common on New Year's Eve. Bourbon and bad decisions. All right, let's give it a taste, B. It's a higher proof. Oh, that. Right after you get over the initial heat punch, that flavor that hits you is delicious. I get it's honey.
Oh,
It's absolutely honey.
there it is. And there's a tag of pepper. It's just a
sure.
tag.
For sure. What hits you initially is the heat, because it is a higher proof.
Not compared to the seagrass we're
Well,
about
fair.
to have.
But then I definitely get the honey. And I honestly, the oak is there too, absolutely. Like you said, a little bit of pepper. And then the dark chocolate marshmallowy. I get where that description is coming from. It's a s'more.
Because what you're talking about, there's caramelization of sugar.
Yeah.
And that's there.
Yeah.
So for several years, I've been missing what I should have been grabbing. That's good.
It is good.
That's unique.
It is good. And I'm intrigued by the fact that they do a New Year's version every year. That would be a fun little tradition.
We have a new tradition.
We do. Because we definitely need more traditions. I'm a fan. Ooh, do you get... Right after the honey is a little bit of that toasted marshmallow. And
Ooh, a little graham cracker, too.
what's interesting is the heat hits you up front on this one rather than in the back. And for me.
No, I'm with that. So you think it's drinking, for your taste, a little higher than 110 proof?
No, I think it's drinking 110 proof.
Okay.
That's not low.
No, it's not.
It's drinking right at where it is.
Okay, that's
in my
fair.
opinion. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Just when you said it, I still had it, and I was chewing it, and I was kind of like, But I was thinking, but I was.
Well,
I was
we all
trying. Yeah,
taste
yeah.
it differently.
No. I agree with you. It's around there. Yeah. My palate is not defined where I can tell 110 from 100.
I mean, I'm not
Now
quite
130 from 100, I think I've got a clue. So you could have told me it was 100, 105, or 110, and I wouldn't have.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have got. Now, if you had tried to tell me this was 90, I would have told you were crazy.
Yeah, no.
But this is
a little hotter than that.
So I've been missing out on Barrell, and this is where I wish I had been a little more brave, right? And I credit them because there is no story about magic barrels or how their great uncle went to Virginia from Kentucky.
Right, but it is hard to pull the trigger before you have a recommendation or you really know a brand.
Yeah, and
it's hard.
each bottle starts at least, unless I'm missing something in my memory, I want to say I haven't seen one for less than $90.
They're pretty expensive.
They're usually a little higher.
Yeah.
So
But they are most of them are very limited edition.
They are. So my suggestion for this is an excellent opportunity to taste something at a really nice bourbon bar.
Absolutely.
Like
Well, that's where I first tasted Barrel.
Yeah,
was at a bar.
And then if that's one you like, go see if it's still available.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It's a hush your mouth for me.
Oh, it's close to Cock of the Walk.
Yeah, it's really good.
It would be more Cock of the Walk if I know I could go find this, but I'm never going to find that bottle again.
No, well, but that's kind of cool. With the
no.
It's kind of cool. I was going to see the year of this one.
So I got to tell you, 2020. So this is.
Oh God.
Yeah. So this is.
It was a rough year.
So this is a perfect. Yeah, it was. This is a perfect niche. He's Beatrice. Beatrice. So what he's identified is a niche market, right? Is that I'm saying that word right? Because some people say niche.
It's niche.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. Because in a minute we're going to debate apricot.
I promise it's niche.
All right. So he's identified that because when you go in there, he's not expecting to have like the Elijah Craig or Michter's ensemble that's in its own display, right? You go in and you'll see it in Elijah Craig display or a Jack Daniels display. And what they're pulling you to is that's eye candy. You go in and Barrel's in that upper right-hand corner. They got 2 offerings, and they want you to know this is unique and different.
But it's high. It's up on the
It's up on the top shelf.
Yeah.
But he's identified that, and if that's a different world you live in. So good for him. I want to go find the 21, the 22, the 23, and the 20. Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is so tasty.
Seagrass.
What a fun name.
It is. And it's a rye blend.
So it's going to be different.
Yeah.
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 As we said, it's
Thank
something
you, Captain.
else. Rawr. All right. This is bottle number 6429. It's a 16-year-old rye finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy casks. That's heavy. That's a lot.
That's kind of a cool combo, though.
Yeah, that's a
a
lot.
little unique. Speaking of heavy, it's coming at 130.82 proof. Let's be as specific as possible.
So if we don't like it, it can start a heck of a bonfire.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
This is not for the faint of heart.
This will keep you warm.
Or run your car. So based on reviews, the nose should have apricot jam.
Or apricot.
Either one. Molasses, mint.
Oh.
I'm a little skeptical. And baking spice.
And the palate, spiced honey, tropical fruit, and a wave. Get that? They said a wave.
A wave.
Of brown caramelized sugar.
Ooh.
The rum and Madeira finishes bring this deep, rich sweetness, but the rye keeps it from getting too heavy.
So basically that rye's there to balance out the sweetness.
It is.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. The finish should be bright, citrusy, and a little grassy, which gives me a little bit of skepticism. But we'll see. Open mind. And then that apricot brandy.
Or apricot.
For God's sake. Comes in at the end. So let's give it a taste. Well, first let's smell it. So I notice it's kind of light in color.
It is.
Especially for how long it's aged. Oh, it smells sweet.
As long as it doesn't smell like
That
gum,
smells
I'm
like
thrilled.
candy. I don't smell mint. Molasses. But yeah, that fruity smell is strong. It's the Madeira. All right, what are we supposed to get on the palate be?
Spiced honey, tropical fruit, like a crate of papaya.
So I smell tropical fruit.
Crate of papaya.
Only papaya? There's no other tropical fruits?
You're not a Steve Miller Band fan. Someone out there got that reference. I brought you a crate of papaya.
Someone in the rest home.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You disgrace Steve Miller.
I know who Steve Miller is.
Sure you do. A wave of caramelized brown sugar. The rum and Madeira finishes bring this deep, rich sweetness, but the rye keeps it from getting too heavy. Like Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly like an eagle. That one?
Yeah, by the Steve Miller Band.
The finish should be bright, citrusy, a little grassy, which I'm a little suspect about. And then that apricot brandy comes through at the
Or
end.
apricot.
Oh my God. Word has lost all meaning. All right. So I actually smell, going back to the nose, what you described on the palate, the spiced honey and the tropical fruit, I actually get on the nose. To me, that's a more apt description of the nose than
There's
the
some
original
spice
description.
there.
But there's also some tropical fruit there. Smells like...
Smells like a crate of papaya, doesn't it?
You're going to make fun... No. You're going to make fun of me. It smells like a tropical sunscreen.
Great. What's the SPF on this?
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000. All right.
You ready?
So, yeah, I get the tropical.
Okay.
You're already tasting.
No,
I get the tropical.
I stopped myself.
I think it is strong on the spice.
Yeah. Okay. You ready to taste it?
But I get a hit of mint, and I'm a little.
Hold on. Where are you getting the mint? The forefront, towards the end?
In the nostrils. I mean, that's the best way I could tell you. And it's but after my experience
Maybe
with Heaven Hill Grain to Glass,
it's a back end. It's a side.
To be clear, some people think that Heaven Hill Grain to Glass rye is the greatest bottle of rye of all time, and I was so pumped.
It didn't do it.
And
for
then
us.
I tasted it, and it just let me know what an amateur I am, and that's fine.
It didn't
I
do it
will
for
live
us.
over an amateur world, so I'm scared because I want to like this.
Are we ready? But maybe the tropical fruit and the spiced things will balance it out. You ready?
Hopefully, it's like Jungle Love.
That's gonna take me multiple tastings. That has about 1 million different things going on.
Wow. Now your buzzword works for this.
Complex?
Yeah.
Yeah. That has so much happening.
Yes.
Whoa. All right, you know what? I'm going to give you the papaya. I'm going to give it to you.
Were you waiting all night by my door?
No.
You have no idea what I'm referencing,
No,
do you? No,
I
you
don't.
do not.
But I'm going to hear about it after. I know that for sure. I'm going to get that song sent to me about 20 minutes from now.
Have you really never
I
invested?
know who Steve Miller's band is.
Then you obviously not if you don't know Jungle Love.
So I didn't say I knew every song, but I've heard of Steve Miller Band. So I'm going to be weird, and I'm going to start with the finish. Tropical fruit all the way on the finish.
So describe what tropical fruit.
Oh, gosh.
Just
It really does.
I mean, is a banana tropical fruit?
I'm going to be a millennial, and it tastes like 90s lip smackers, okay? Like, it totally does. So when I was, like, a preteen, lip smackers had this, like, line of chapstick that...
What is lip smackers?
It's chapstick.
Okay.
But it had, like, they meant for you, like, it actually tasted like something, not just, like, meh. And it has that almost artificial, like, if something is supposed to be flavored tropical fruit, like a tropical fruit Capri Sun, it almost has that strong of a tropical fruit flavor to me. So we're thinking coconut, papaya, mango, not banana. Maybe a little banana, but a lot of mango.
When you said coconut. Ooh.
Coconut. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the oak. God, this is complex.
So I like the middle to finish way better than I like the initial punch flavor. The initial flavor is a little bit odd to me, but then it comes through with the middle and the finish. I definitely taste the rum and Madeira cask finish.
Well, I can't say that I taste the Madeira cask finish because I don't know what that means. But the rum finish I got, okay? The tropical fruit, when you said coconut, something popped.
What about that foretaste? It's a little... It's not tropical fruit.
No.
Not at all.
No, for a second you think you're going to drink whiskey.
Yeah, and then you don't.
This is...
I would not necessarily know if someone gave me... If I was blindfolded and someone handed this to me, I'm not sure I'd know what I was drinking. It almost tastes
I know what
like
you're about to say.
It almost tastes like a liqueur.
Oh, okay. That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What do you think?
Well, it has some principles of Scotch.
Okay, especially at the beginning.
Now, the peat's not there.
Right.
But there's some Scotches that aren't peat. We have a resident Scotch drinker
In our
from
midst.
Australia.
We do.
Would the Thunder from Down Under please taste this for us?
I can see where you get the hint of a Scotch type flavor.
With the fruit, right?
Yeah.
Because some of the ones you like have that pear,
I can taste the
The
rye.
pear.
apricot,
I can taste the rye, so I know it's not Scotch. But I can taste
but the grass.
yes.
And the apricot.
The grass is
Yeah.
there, right? So you get
It's
some
earthy.
fruit. Yes. Right, and I don't mean the peaty ones, but some of the ones that you like that aren't.
Stuff from like the Highlands,
Yes.
which is less peaty.
Yeah.
It's more.
Now that
more
you say
earthy.
that-
But when you say seagrass, and it evokes that, yeah.
It's so interesting now that you say that. Like the beginning towards the middle, I totally see it. And then
The smell is more Scotchy.
But then the end hits you. It's a tropical fruit, which is a little deviation from your
Yeah.
Scotch profile.
So typically, when I smell bourbon and do the nose, that high of proof, I can't smell it because it just burns.
It overwhelms.
But, that did not do that. I could actually smell the.
Yeah.
Smell
And
it.
it's a rye versus a bourbon, but that's not what's changing that for you. I mean,
Right.
that's not what's
Right.
doing it. That's
I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to label this as. I don't know what to rank this as.
the fact that is sick. Look,
It is very unusual. Look, if you've got some friends that are into bourbon, host a party.
And have them list what they're tasting over time.
And then throw in some curveballs here. Throw in a Baker's that has a strong peanut. Throw this one in.
Oh, this is not even, yeah.
But I'm saying throw
got
in
you.
some fun stuff. This could be really fun. It's not going to be everybody's preference.
No, but
That end is very sweet and very fruity.
this is the definition of go to a good bourbon bar that carries this type stuff.
Absolutely.
And go there with someone else who's a connoisseur.
Go with your buddy who also likes bourbon whiskey.
And have a few warm-ups because this is,
It's 130.
yeah. I mean, if you don't like it, you can always just go pour it in your Chevy. If you're social at all, you're going to discuss this.
If you and I were hanging out at Hoppy, and this was our
Heaven forbid we ever hang out
heaven
at
forbid,
Hobby.
and this was our third-ish, we would have a very spirited discussion about this.
Oh, I would call Damien or Lydia over and I'd
We'd
want to
be
have a
like,
discussion.
hey guys, like it's interesting, it's fun, it's got such unique taste to it. It's really fun. I like it a lot. In a conversational way. This would not be one I would reach for every day because
No.
it's so distinctive.
No.
Passion fruit.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
the other one. Passion fruit.
No, the thoughts are just that hey.
What
So-
do you rank something like this?
You know, it's 16 years. That means the youngest whiskey in there is 16 years. Mm-hmm. Duh. I mean, but I just want to...
Yeah, but yes, it's worth stating.
Retails for $249 a bottle.
Told you.
That's the retail.
I don't think I would pay that for it. Now, if I had stupid money, absolutely, for fun, throw it out there for a tasting.
Well, now that I've said that, some places have it listed for $200.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, there we go.
Well, there you go. The bargain price.
Oh, and then this one has $80, so I don't know.
let's say around 200 is probably pretty average.
Okay, so Total Wine Barrell Craft Spirits Seagrass Gray Label Whiskey is $260.
I think that's fair.
So-
I think that's probably what it is.
I think it's in the
Yeah.
200s. Yeah.
There's some salt air in there.
In the beginning. Yeah. And then it
Yes.
progresses to the tropical fruit.
So this is looking for a particular person. I mean, it's obviously a hush your mouth. But
Yeah. For sheer cheek, it's a hush your mouth.
I mean, really, hush your mouth. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. This was really fun.
it
to
was
taste.
because this one I would drink
Every day.
every day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day of the week. Hey, you've got that? Yeah, let's pop it.
Let's pop it. This
one?
one is unique.
I don't know that I want to drink this every day.
No, but there's a time and a place that I do.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun and it's really nice sometimes, you know, now that, and I am not going to speak for B, but for me, now that
Thank you. I appreciate that you don't, you're not speaking for me.
Anyway,
Anyway.
now that we do a bourbon show, we drink a little bit of bourbon. It's an understatement. And sometimes it can get a little routine, you know? Like it can start, the flavor profile can start getting redundant.
In the $40 range,
It starts getting redundant. And so something like this is fun for us because it's unique and it's different. Whether or not it's our particular flavor profile,
Doesn't really
it
matter.
doesn't matter. Exactly. It doesn't really matter. It's fun.
But it's not offsetting.
It's not off-putting. No.
Yeah, it's not.
No. It's just...
It makes you want to drink the next sip and be like, let me
what
try
did
that
I,
again.
Well, that's exactly it. You want to say, what did I get there? Did I taste passion fruit? Is there a mango? Like, what am I getting there? Am I on a beach? Am I in the Caribbean? I'd like to be. Thank you.
I am now going to be looking for other New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
If you
You that are watching.
yeah. If you've had the New Year, tell us about it.
And if you had a different year, especially.
Yeah, So
Yeah.
if you've had something other than the 2020, what did you get?
Yeah.
Because it's unique. And
Yeah.
if you've had this bottle of Seagrass, I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. I mean, this is a little different.
And it tastes a little from start to finish. I totally taste the seagrass. This is going to sound so stupid, but it tastes like an old world beach scene. Like there's a wooden boat hanging out and there's rum. It's the rum. Why is the rum gone? Okay. It's the rum and all of it's hanging out there. It's like an old world pirate scene. It is. I promise. Me and Jack Sparrow know. Anyway, while B gets annoyed by me per usual, if you've tried either of these, let us know. And Barrell has other expressions. If you've tried any of those, let us know your thoughts. But until you do that, there's just a little taste left.
Oh.
Oh, you got a little bit. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.